homes in Japan depreciate in 20 to 30 years. So the structure of your property will literally be worthless in 30 years or so. It's the land that tends to hold value. And this is why most people in Japan have a strong preference for newly built properties. In other words, the Japanese don't value used homes, even if they're in decent condition. For an American or Australian buyer, a 30-year-old house might sound kind of new and probably would have no problem buying a used home. But for a typical Japanese buyer, that's considered old and they would rather demolish it and build a new one. This is why you find cheap used homes all over Japan. The second reason is the weak currency. The Japanese yen almost hit its 33-year low against the USD earlier this month, making it favorable for foreign buyers who are earning in stronger currencies to get into the Japanese real estate market. The third reason is the low interest rates. And this applies to those who can qualify for loans in Japan. So in general, if you don't live in Japan, it's very difficult to get a mortgage through a Japan-based bank. Anyway, you have access to some of the world's lowest interest rates. If you're buying a primary home, you're looking at somewhere around 1%. For investment properties, it's between 1 and 2%. Money is cheap in Japan right now. Sure, real wealth is built by owning something valuable, and Japanese real estate as a whole isn't known for long-term appreciation. But I want you to tell me one housing market in the developed countries where you can find cash flowing deals as easily as in Japan today. I didn't think so. Cash flow is king because you can weather tough financial times when you have cash flow coming in from your business. I lost my 6-figure salary job in 2022, but didn't have to get a job right away because I had cash flow from my rental portfolio coming in. I ended up taking time off, switching my career, and starting a business. Capital gains might build your wealth much faster, but it doesn't necessarily give you financial freedom. Cash flow does. So if you're stuck in a job you hate and want to build a steady income from real estate investing, I think Japan is a great market. Of course, not in every part of the country, but in general. If you're looking to spend more time or retire in the countryside of Japan, you can get a very nice Japanese style house on the cheap as well.